Are you wondering where home prices are headed in the Dallas, Texas real estate market? Were the experts right about falling home prices in DFW? And what's happening with mortgage interest rates and inflation? Should you wait to buy a home or sell a house in the Dallas area?
There's definitely a lot of voices out there right now saying a lot of different things. So today we're bringing you the Dallas, Texas real estate market update to answer all of your questions, so stay tuned.
Hey there, we're Bret and Molly Chance with Texas Home Life Realty here in Flower Mound, Texas. Like Bret said, there are a lot of voices out there right now with differing opinions on what's actually going on with the Dallas real estate market. Our mission is to help people have the right information and guidance so they can make smart decisions and have peace of mind whether they're buying or selling a home in the Dallas area. So let's dive in and get your questions answered. Now, you'll want to stay tuned until the end when we'll talk about whether you should go ahead and make a move or should you just wait.
Mortgage rates and inflation are super boring topics, kind of like watching paint dry. But if you're needing to make smart financial decisions, you'll want to know how they will either affect your monthly house payment or affecting the potential buyers that are able to afford your house that you want to sell. As for most of you probably already know, they started raising the interest rates last year around May to help slow down inflation. So when we went from the interest rates in the 3s up to 7% at the end of October. So here's the deal. As a rough rule of thumb, for every 1% increase in your interest rate lowers your purchase power price that you can afford with the same payment of about 10%. If you're looking at buying a $600,000 home and your mortgage interest rate jumps up that 1%, you'll likely need to start looking at homes in the $540,000 price range. Here's what you need to know. The Fed is trying hard to reduce inflation. And even though there's been 12 straight months where inflation has cooled, the most recent data shows it's still higher than the Fed's target of 2%. When inflation is high, mortgage rates are also high. But if the Fed is able to bring down the inflation, it could lead to lower interest rates. This graph helps show that point. You can see that when inflation decreases, mortgage rates typically go down too. As of right now, the experts are predicting that inflation will continue to go down, and so will mortgage rates somewhat. We may see the rates in the mid-6s. I really don't think we'll ever see the super low interest rates that we had in the 3s for a long time. But if you want to buy, don't let that deter you. Later in this video, we'll tell you a couple of ways to potentially get a lower rate and make those payments more affordable.
We help quite a few people move to the Dallas area, and it's always interesting to hear what they think about the real estate market and buying a home here. Unfortunately, people are getting some bad information from the media and sometimes even other agents that still don't quite understand what's going on with our specific market. The real estate market can change quickly, and it can be very different based on the price range and the area, even from one neighborhood to another in the same city. You know, people are saying that homes started sitting on the market a little longer than 2 days and thinking they could just throw in a lowball offer and that seller would be so grateful for any offer. They would gladly accept that lowball offer. But that's not what's happening. Like we've said so many times before in the last few years, we were in a crazy, superheated market caused by the pandemic. Now, our market is shifting back to a more normal pre-pandemic market. We're going back to a market more in line with 2019. Homes were selling on average in the Dallas area in about 15 days back in April of 2022. That's the fastest we've ever seen. Well, now they're selling at around 32 days on average. And in May of 2022, homes were selling at an average of almost 3% over their list price. And as you can see by this graph, that's the highest we've seen at least the last decade, probably ever. So right now, homes are selling at an average of about 98% of their list price. However, we saw a comeback of multiple offers and over list price offers recently on some properties. You know, it really does depend on the home and the area. The homes that are in top shape, are priced right, are located in sought after areas, those are the ones that are still attracting multiple offers and buyers willing to pay over list price. One reason is that we're still low on the number of homes for sale for the amount of buyers in the market. We're still in a seller's market with only about 2 months of inventory, which means if not another home came up for sale on the market, it would take about 2 months to sell all the available homes. Even though home builders are still building, we're not seeing an end to the housing shortage anytime soon. Now, before we jump into what home prices are doing in the Dallas area, if you're finding this information helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on anything pertaining to Dallas area real estate market. And if you have any questions, drop them below or reach out to us by phone or email.
Were the experts right about the falling home prices in Dallas? Well, partially. Here's a graph of the median sales price over the past 5 years in Denton, Tarrant, Dallas, and Collin counties. From July of 2022 till July of 2023. The median home sales price in Denton County went from $475,990 to $475,000. That's a 0.02% drop, less than $1,000. Collin County went from $530,000 to $510,000, which is a 3.8% drop of $20,000. Dallas County actually increased by 1.4% from $360,000 to $365,000. And Tarrant County saw the biggest drop of 6%, going from $373,414 to basically $351,000. As you can see, there have been some drops, but not huge drops that some people have been reporting. We have even charted the median home sales prices for over the last 5 years in all 4 counties to show you where prices are and where they have been. We've had a huge increase from 2019 all the way up to 2022. And with the housing shortage still in play, I'm not seeing any signs of significant home price drops. And just to put things in perspective a little, we did the math on a monthly payment from the median home price in Collin County since they had a $20,000 drop. The difference between the $510,000 and the $530,000 is about $133 a month. Now, as far as home prices at the national level, the experts are saying that the worst home price declines are behind us, and home prices will continue to increase. Now, let me put a caveat in here. The real estate market still has seasonality, and we're about to go into the fall and winter seasons when the market typically slows down a little. I'm sure the talking heads will try to put people into panic mode, into thinking that the sky is falling. But just know that this is a normal ebb and flow of the housing market.
So the big question is, should you make a move now or should you wait? Well, if you're thinking of buying or considering waiting until mortgage rates or home prices come down, just know that it's very difficult to, if not impossible, to time the market. As we said earlier, the market can change quickly. There's no guarantee that rates will come down and home prices will stay steady or even drop. We've had some clients last year that were wanting to sell their house and buy a bigger place just outside in the country. They were having a hard time making a decision on which home that they really wanted. Then the interest rate started creeping up and they decided to just wait to see what would happen. Then a few months later, rates dropped a little bit and they decided they would jump back into the market. Then, you guessed it, the rates increased again. They were so stressed out about the possibility of getting under contract on a house and the rate changing, causing their monthly payment to increase outside of their budget. So Bret had to have a heart-to-heart with them and just told them that it may not be the best time for them to make a move if it would cause a stressful financial situation. If buying the home you really want right now would put too much stress on you financially, then don't. But if you're thinking of just waiting until the market is just right, consider the missed opportunities and the possible frustration if rates do rise along with home prices. But here's a little good news when it comes to interest rates. Right now, we're seeing a few builders and even some pre-existing home sellers offer to buy down your rate to help you with the home purchase. You know, it's really key to work with a great mortgage loan officer that knows how to get you the best loan package and a knowledgeable real estate agent to know how to craft an offer to the seller that not only wins you the right house, but gets you the right terms as well. And if you're thinking of selling your house right now, As we said earlier, we're still in a seller's market with low inventory. So you won't have a lot of competition when it comes to selling unless you're in a community where home builders are still building. Those situations can be a little tougher when you're competing against brand new homes. And even though home prices are gradually rising, you probably won't see huge increases. More like a slow and steady rise. There are a lot of factors to consider when either buying a home or selling a home. If you really want to know the best possible options specifically for you and your family, reach out and we'll be happy to help.
And if you want to know more about living in the best Dallas suburbs, check out our next video.